Hello. A few days ago, the Wall Street Journal published an article entitled, "Who Regulates Bitcoin Trading? No U.S. Agency Has Jurisdiction." While that is very true, I think it ignores, at least the title does, the great strides the Securities and Exchange Commission has made in this area. So I'd like to talk about some of the implications of the SEC's actions in virtual currency. The Securities and Exchange Commission isn't a stranger to thinking about the implications of virtual currencies on the markets. In 2013, they put out an investor alert talking about Bitcoin and about Ponzi schemes. In 2014, they put out another alert talking about, hey, investors out there are excited about these cutting-edge products, but we need to be wary of frauds and high-risk investment opportunities that these investors may not be suitable for. In July of this year, they put out yet another alert, but this time it was coupled with a 21A report. And that report shocked some in the marketplace. The findings were very fact-intensive, and I really encourage you to take a deep dive into them. But it does tell you where the SEC is coming from and their views on virtual currency. If you're not familiar with 21A reports, the SEC puts them out when they want to not make findings, but just to kind of give notice to the markets. So here are the main takeaways. One, securities laws apply to capital raising entities making use of distributed ledger technology. What does that mean? That means virtual currency. And what the SEC is saying is that the securities laws apply not only to these capital raising entities, but also to the promoters and the other affiliates and other entities that might be helping raise money for these virtual offerings. Second, capital raising entities or issuers must register an offer or sale of securities. Essentially, that means they must give full and fair disclosure to the markets. Thirdly, an organization or a group of people that kind of provides a marketplace for these virtual currencies could be deemed to be an exchange if they are, bringing together buyers and sellers and then creating rules around trading. And then finally, it was not really analyzed in the report, but a footnote in the 21A report said, hey, you should also be considering whether or not you should be registered as an investment company under the 40 Act. So in sum, I think what we need to take away is that federal securities laws can apply regardless of if you're a traditional company or you're a virtual currency company. They apply whether or not you're paying for securities with virtual currencies, and they apply whether or not you distribute the securities with distributed ledger technology. In other words, we can all be liable under the federal securities laws if we're not thinking of these things. So what do we as compliance professionals and risk management practitioners and lawyers need to be really, concentrating on? And to me, it's that, hey, when will this apply? It could all apply and we could all be liable. So, when your business entity brings a product or a product that's tied to a virtual currency or an offering of virtual currency, consider analyzing whether or not it's a security. And remember that your liability can extend far outside of a capital entity that's just raising the money, but also, assisting in that offering. I think we also need to be thinking about how we're handling cryptocurrency. Do we need to be registered as an exchange? Does our business entity need to be registered as an investment company? These have huge regulatory implications. And then finally, as the current SEC Chairman Clayton noted, we need to be thinking about how our handling of cryptocurrency with our clients, does that undermine our anti-money laundering obligations or our Know Your Customer obligations? So those are the things that I pulled out of the 21A report. The SEC recently just issued a suspension of trading order kind of as a follow-up to their 21A report, noting that there was inadequate disclosures for a virtual currency firm. So I think we're going to see a lot more from the SEC and from other regulators in this space, and we should be on top of that as our business entities try to get into this cutting-edge world.